My name is Rudraksh. I'm a partner at 42mm. So 42mm is a fairly young company. We are now doing a lot of high-end residential projects. The sensibility that we are working on today is to have intense diversity in our designs. We don't want to be fixated with one style or one philosophy or one vocabulary or one process. We want to explore everything from modern to classic to distressed to revivalistic, everything. I got a programmatic brief from them, and it's a complex family. It's a father, two sons, one son is married, a biggish family. They are a very affluent family from Lucknow. They have a lot of ambition in terms of what they demand out of their house. But in theory, they wanted an extremely smart house from not just the perspective of the technology that goes into it, but also the perspective of how spaces interact with each other. So this is a corner plot in the center of the city in Lucknow. It's a square plot. It's 35 meters by 35 meters. So north is like this. The movement of the sun is like that. So the urban corner of the house is what receives the east and the south sun, which is excellent from an architectural point of view. The built-up mass of the house comes over here like that, because the second plot, the house would come like that. So it has setbacks on three sides, and the west is blocked, which is good for us. We basically take 4 floor plates: the basement, the ground, the first, and the second. So what we do in the basement is that we divide the basement into a large car park, which has a lift that goes down, and it has a huge art gallery. So instead of giving them a banquet, we thought we'll convert the banquet into an art gallery, because it does not need furniture. It needs an open space for people to interact. And we took a large portion of the green and we sunk the setback of the northern setback into the basement to get natural light into it. They gave me a brief. They should be able to turn a large car around. So we have given them a porch, which is 60 feet by 60 feet. So their drive porch is this big. And that's the rest of the house. We started fragmenting spaces to get natural light. So the ground floor becomes a shape with a cuboid minus over here. The moment we go to the first floor they want a large terrace in the northeast and in the south. And further, the same courtyards start appearing, which also appear in the basement for natural light. When we go further up on the second floor, we have another terrace and another terrace with the same courtyards appearing. As a third operation on the process, what we did was we understood this as a volume. We moved this volume to a fragmented second volume, and then we took the second volume and we superimposed this with an exoskeleton grid. So this grid started giving it a form. Understanding the context, this being the north, this being the east, this being the south, we realized that we will have to have a sun shading system towards the south, because as per Vastu, the southwest will be the bedrooms, and you'll have the extreme sun coming. So we had to give it an operation over here, which is a screen system. Then there was a large tall building over here, and this was the location for both the main terraces. So, the main terrace has a swimming pool, the main terrace has a jacuzzi. So obviously there is a problem of visibility over here. So we had to put a visually cutting off screen over here. This house being smaller, we did not have issues at the lower level, but at the higher level we had issues of visibility. So we had to put a screening system over here. So this screening system were plants. This screening system was a horizontal shading device, and this was a vertical shading device. So as a part of this exoskeleton, we started imposing screens, and that is what started giving the morphology of the building. The first section, if you see, of the building is the built form is like that. So this is the porch, and this is the drawing room with the glass. The second profile of the house that you see is cut through the courtyard. Now this courtyard is a dual courtyard. It has a portion which is open to sky and a portion which is an atrium in the house. So when rain falls, this green cuboid that is like a prism inserted within the courtyard of the house taps the light till the bottom of the building, going till the basement, and the greenery and the rain, it gives you the sense that you can experience green on both the sides, because the living spaces over here can see the green on the outside, and then they can see the green cuboid on the inside. The extended philosophy to this courtyard is that it combines itself with a staircase coming towards the north, and this staircase is linking the entire house from the basement till the top. So the sunken courtyard towards the north in the basement links itself to the basement gallery through the cutout, links itself with the ground floor, and the ground floor living room links itself to the sunken courtyard through the staircase. So you start seeing spaces, 3 levels of a courtyard like that, 2 levels of a staircase like this, and 1 level of a sunken courtyard like that. So that was the sensibility of the cuboid. What it is doing is, it is forcing cohesiveness in a family. I am forcing one brother to overlook the other brother, to overlook the father as 3 spaces, but still the overlooking is not direct. So it is, if this is one room, then the lower room is like this. So the overlooking is just this much. And the room further below is like that. So the overlooking is just this much. This is an extremely precise house, There is nothing that has been done on this project on site apart from the civil and the MEP. The stone is also pre-cut in a factory and is just come and has been installed. The entire false ceiling system has been made in a factory and has been installed. The doors, the wooden panels, everything. The sensibility of the interiors is extremely minimalistic. Because of the collision of the spaces, we are really not left with any room which has 6 surfaces. Invariably a room just has 3 surfaces. The walls are left pure as they were. There is a layer of art in the house that we are doing, and the younger son is an avid appreciator of good art. The second aspect of the interiors is that it is non-conformist. We are not looking at making a sofa arrangement which is brown and then matching a table which is beige with the brown and then matching a carpet which is an offset of that. We are not doing that. It is a stylization exercise. So the interiors were more to do with the fact that the house architecturally is complete as a whole. The elevation and the external finish of the house is also represented in the interiors of the house. And the furniture and the accessorization is bought and placed. So the sofa is not derived exactly out of the wall, it's not conformist, but all put together, it has its own soul. Nothing feels out of place, but nothing is monotonous. Most of the furniture is branded, bespoke, movable furniture. However, the inbuilt furniture is custom to the house. All the materials are natural, so we have exposed concrete as panels and as elevation. We have leather as furniture and as panels. We have untreated wood as panels as an elevation. We have raw natural stone as flooring as panels, and there is metal. So there is no use of any contrived materials. Metal is aging on its own, leather is aging on its own, wood is aging on its own, stone is aging, weathering on its own. So there is that sensibility is there in the interiors of the house.